Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have this position. It is white to play and save the position. White's pawns are going upward in this direction. And though it's white to play and save the position, white has only one way to secure this draw. Otherwise it would be just checkmate, and the thing you need to see is this is going to be immediate checkmate. So we don't have actually time, right? We have absolutely zero time or zero move to waste in this puzzle. So guys, go ahead, pause the video and guess the move. Most of the moves in this puzzle are only moves, right? Most of them, almost all of them, are only move. And for the next 5 moves, we are going to play the only moves. Good luck, guys. Okay, welcome back. So here the thing you need to notice first is this is going to be simply checkmate, and you can't promote here. That is actually pretty clever idea. It comes with check, and black actually can't get time to go to d5, bishop to d5, but the problem is black would just simply capture that, and you don't have ways to stop that, right? You may just sacrifice the knight, but you may just sacrifice the other pawn, but at the end of the day this is going to be just unstoppable. You may push your pawn. Black would just play bishop to d5, simply checkmate the white king. So all of the moves I showed you don't work, right? This is not the correct move, and you may just get one idea in this position after I showed you all of these sequences. Well, that idea maybe some of you would get this idea, and for those of you who got it, I want to congratulate you. The idea is, if you just eliminate all of these pieces, it would be just a stalemate, because look at the king's position. The king can't move anywhere. The pawn is defended, and the g1 square is defended by the pawn, and the king is just occupying the enemy king is occupying the g2 square, so the king can't move, meaning the problem in these positions are all of these pieces. So if you get rid of all of these pieces, it would be just a stalemate. And if it would be a white move without those pieces, it would be just stalemate, because of the black king is the white king is trapped. So the first correct move is to play b3. Now you'll understand we are going to sacrifice all of black's pieces. The thing you need to understand in this position is black has to capture this, otherwise this is going to be just a flip of a card, right? It's going to be a reverse card if black didn't capture this. So black captures, we push, black captures, we get a queen with check, black captures, we play knight to f7, black captures, and that is going to be just a stalemate. And this is the idea and the solution, but not so fast. Here black can capture all of the pawns, but after we play knight to f7, black is not forced to capture the knight, right? Black can play bishop to h7, threatening checkmate on e4. So what do we do? Well, we have two ways to stop the e4 checkmate. This checkmate with a knight. Those are knight to g5 and knight to d6. So both of them stop the checkmate, but only one is correct, and only one makes the game continue. So the only move is knight to g5. That prevents the checkmate and attack the bishop. Not only that, this move prepare us to jump to f3 with the knight. So what does that move do? I will show you in seconds. So here now black can't play to e4, right? So what can black do in this position? Well, black may just play a waiting move, or black may just get like this to go and get there. How do we stop this from happening? Looks like we can't control this square, right? We can't defend that square. We can play a knight move, but that can't defend that square, and you may just play this move, and that is going to be back and forth, but this is not going to be a defended. But we don't have to play all of these moves, and the idea of playing knight to d5 instead of knight to d6 is actually to play here after black plays whatever move, like a waiting move like this, or bishop to d3, whatever. We are going to play knight to f3. So that is the idea. Well, the knight on g5 can jump to f3. What does this make different? First, the bishop can't play this move. Obviously it would be a pin, and it is going to be just stalemate. The king can capture this, but again we simply capture the pawn, and it's going to be stalemate. Not stalemate, but it's a draw because of insufficient material. A bishop alone cannot checkmate, right? So it's going to be a bad position for black. Black can play a waiting move like this, but we just simply capture the pawn with the knight. We don't care. We don't care about the knight anymore, because a bishop alone cannot deliver checkmate. Alright, so this is once again a draw. So that is the idea, and this finished the game way earlier. There are so many moves to finish the game after this move. Here after this there are so many moves, right? Playing so many moves, but this one is the faster. And if you found all of this, I want you to congratulate. For a recap purpose, what we are going to do is sacrifice all of these pawns. It's forced, like I said. If the bishop made a mistake like this, we get a queen with check, and it's the black king, the one who is smashed and mated. So the bishop must capture all of the pawns, and we give this. So the bishop cannot capture this because it's going to be stalemate, and black is playing to checkmate us, and black will do anything to checkmate us, and black will play the best. But in this position we play knight to g5, and on the next move, whatever black plays, we play knight to f3, attacking the pawn. This is not possible because of the pin, and the king can actually capture that, but it leaves the defense of the pawn, and this is going to be the solution of the puzzle. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.